Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, we have completed dashboard part of Cafe Management System project. If you have not seen that video, just go to description and check out the link. In this video, we are going to write the code for change password and logout. So let us start with that. So let me open the VS Code, and here you can see we have to move to the user services, and here we have to create a method. So change password, and here we are going to get data, and it should be of any type, and after that it will return this dot http client dot post method, and this dot url this, and after this user dash change password, and after that we have to pass the data, and then in header we have to also need to pass new header http headers and dot set, and it should be content type, and it should be application slash json. Now let me save this, and let me close this. User change password, yes, application. Let me close this. After this we have to move to the shared folder. So we have shared folder. In this we have to create a new file, and the file name we are going to write is as menu items .ts file. We are going to create this one, and here we are going to export interface, and the name will be menu, and first we are going to write a state, and it should be a string type, and after that it will be a name, so it will also a string type, and after name icon string type, and the role we have to pass. So basically we are writing the thing code is here for this bar, actually this one, the left side you can see over here. So display the different things we are doing like this. So after that we have to create const and menu item const we are going to create, and here we have to create like this. Inside that actually we need to like define the state, and it should be first will be dashboard the like page URL, this one. So we need to pass at first position state, we need to pass that one. So I'm going to directly copy it from here, or you can also write it. So I'm going to paste it over here. After that name of that button actually, so for that we have to write here the same, and D should be capital, and after that we have to write the icon name. So icon name I am going to use the same actually dashboard, and after that we have to pass the role. So basically this like dashboard we are going to display for user as well as admin. So I am making it as a blank. It means that the both user can log in this case. Okay, after that we have to write here injectable, and you can see it automatically imported from Angular core, and here we need to export class, and here we have to write menu items, and then we have to create a method get menu items item, and here we have to write menu, and then we have to just return menu items we have. Okay, it's still giving us some error. Okay, here we actually write one more time T. You can see error has been removed. Let me format this document, and let me save this. Let me close this one, and after that we have to move to the sidebar. So let me move to the layout folder, and in this you can see the sidebar is there, right? So in this we have to move to the ts of sidebar component dot this file, And here first we need to import the JWT decoder. So import like JWT underscore decode from, and the double quotes we are going to write JWT, this one. And after that we have to get the value like token. So token will be any type, and we are going to get it from local storage.get item, and we are going to get the token. And after that token payload we are going to write, and it should be of any type. And after that we also need to import the menu item which we have created right now, like in the shared folder menu item. Here you can see this one. So after that menu items, and here we need to import menu items. We need to like, and you can see it imported from over here. So after that we need to write here this dot like token payload, and we need to pass that JWT decode, and we need to just pass that just dot token. Okay, and after that like we just need to save this. Okay, and after that we have to move to the HTML page of this sidebar, and here basically we need to write mat nev list this option, and after that here we have to write app this one, and then we have to write mat list item this one. This option we need to select, and we also need to write app link. Actually this one we need to write. After that we have to use loop to iterate all the the values inside of that. So here we have to write let menu item of menu items dot get get menu. Actually we have to just pass this method name. So let me copy it from here, let me paste it over here, and then we also need to write like this. And after that here we need to write route link active, and let me decrease the size of this one for now, and let me write here selected. And after that let me minimize this one for now. Let me press enter, and let me write here group, and the group will be like here whatever the state we need to pass. So I'm going to write here menu item dot state. We are going to pass this one. So whatever the URL we are going to pass it over here, and after that here we have to create a link. So this will be like this, and in the side of this we have to write app toggle this one, and we also need to route to each and every page when we click on that buttons. So for that we also need to write it like this singles, and initial will be cafe. So the URL for okay, it's giving us error for now, leave it, not an issue. After that cafe comma menu, here we have to write menu item dot state. We have to write this one, and after that we also need to check the if else conditions, like in which condition we need to display that particular menu or menu or not. So for that we have to write menu item. So let me copy this one, menu item dot role if is equals to singles, then we have to display that. And if the menu dot role is equals to token payload, this variable token payload, here you can see token payload this one. Let me token payload dot role if both match. So in that case we also need to display. So let me press enter over here. So let me again decrease the size of this one, and here we need to display mat icon. So icon and whatever the value inside of that icon, so we just need to populate it over here. So let me write a menu item dot icon, and after that we have to just show the span and whatever the name inside of that. So menu item dot name, let me put some space over here, so span flex, and let me close this, let me save this. So it will build successfully for us. Okay, so it's giving us some kind of error, so let me check it out. So like we did not imported the menu items over here, so that's the reason it's giving us error. So what we need to do is we have to go to the shared folder, and here you can see the shared module.ts file is there, right? So in the providers we just need to paste the menu item, and then we have to just import it, and then we have to just save this one. So if we move back over here, you can see we are able to see the dashboard button. So as of now we did not have multiple buttons, so we cannot navigate it for now. So we will now start working on these buttons. Like here we have to change, like give the option for change password and logout. So let's start working on that. So let me open the the dialog. Let me decrease this one, and let me open the material component, and in the dialogs right click on this open integrated terminal, and here okay, let me move a little bit back in the dialog folder, and then we have to generate a component. So ng generate component, and here we have to write confirmation, and then we have to press enter. So it will generate a component for us. So you can see component has been generated in the dialog folder, and here we have to move to the component confirmation.component.ts, and over here, so let me decrease the size of this one, and here we have to write on on emit status change new new event emitter. So we have to just call this one. So what will be the use of this one? I will explain you those things also. Okay, we does not need to import it from over here, so let me remove this one, and we need to import it from Angular core. Okay, so after that basically then we have to create a details any type, and it should be like this. And after that, this is actually a model or dialog, you can say. So whenever we click on anything, it will open as a pop-up. So in that case, we also need to pass some data from one dialog to another dialog, or one page to some dialog. So in that case, we also need to insert some data, like pass the data. So for that we have to do like this. So inject, and here we have to write mat underscore dialog data. This one we need to import it from over here, and then we have to write public and dialog log data, and it should be of any type. Okay, so if some data has been passed in this dialog, so in that case we are going to pick it from here. Okay, after that in engine we have to just write if this dot dialog data, if it is available, in that case this dot dialog data is equals details is equals to this dot dialog data. We are going to do that, and let's say if any user click this is a pop-up model or dialog is to asking for confirmation from user, are you sure you want to log out? For that, so let's say some users clicked on yes, in that case we need to handle that. So handle change action, and in this we just need to emit. So this dot on emit status dot emit. So if this this will be like from first page, whenever we triggered this page, from there we will get that okay, this one is has been emitted. It means that it selected yes. In that case we will move forward, otherwise the process will be stopped. For that reason we are using this one. Okay, so let me save this, and let me open the HTML page of confirmation. Let me delete this one, and here we have to write mat dialog content, this one, and here we just need to write class and mat, this one, typography, and inside that we have to just display word message, so h5, and here we have to write are you sure want to, and we need to display the whatever the message we are going to get, so details dot, and here whatever the message we are going to get it, from that we have to display, and at last we have to display the question mark also. So let me put a question mark, and after the content we need to put some buttons over here, so dialog, and here will be the actions, and I want to align at end, so I'm going to write a end, and here we have to write button, and it should be mat raised button, so mat raised button, this one, and the color will be primary, and the click, and we need to call this method, so we are going to copy this method name and we are going to paste it over here. This method we are going to call, and here we are going, whatever the message we want to in this button, so yes, and after that the next button will be also similar, but it should be mat dialog close button, so we don't need to write anything else, and we just need to write a no and just save it. So now whenever this one is getting triggered, so it will show like this, whatever in details a variable, we are going to pass it in this over here details, and inside of that, and we are going to display that message, and yes no option will be there. Okay, we also need to put some CSS over here, so let me want to increase the size of that font, so font size, let me make it as 19 px, and let me save it. And till now we did not connected with any of this model is not connected with anywhere, so now we have to create a model again for change password, so right click on this. Okay, we already have open for that, so ng generate component change password, this one, press enter, so it will generate a component for us. You can see a component has been created. So after doing this, then we have to move to the header actually. So let me move to the header. We have to move to the layout layout folder. Inside layout you can see the header folder is there, so open the header folder. We have to move to the header.component.ts, this file over here, and here basically we have to write the code related to it. So here we have to write logout method, so this method we are going to call, so const dialog config, this one, and new mat dialog config, this one, and as we have to pass the data so dialog config dot data, and inside data we have to pass the message, whatever the message we want to pass, so logout, so after that semicolon and const and dialog reference, and this dialog dot open, and here we have to write confirmation component. We need to call that component. You can see it imported from over here, and after that dialog config this one, and like after that we have to just save it for now. And if let's say the this one is emitted, let's say if that user has been selected, in that case we need to do this step. So dialog reference and dot component instance and dot on emit status change, you can see this one, dot subscribe, and then we have to write user, whatever you want to write here can write it. And after that we are going to close that dialog. Sorry, we have to write a close, and then we have to clear the local storage. So local storage dot clear, and then we have to navigate. So router dot navigate to home page. So we are going to write like that. So slash save it. So whenever this method is going to call, so we are going to move to the confirmation dot component, like a confirmation component page, and once if some user is selected yes, in that case we have to emit it, and if emit is yes, in that case we are going to do these steps. So that's all we are have to do. And after that, change password, and here we have to just write a few lines of the code. So dialog config this one, and new mat dialog config. Let me move a little bit up this one, and dialog config dot width. So we are going to set it as 550px, and after that this dot dialog dot open change password component, this one we need to import, and dialog config. So it has been imported from over here, you can see. And after that we have to just save it. After doing this, then we have to move to the header.html, this part actually. Okay, so we already have few like details over here, you can see. So whenever this one is going to call, so we are going to display this part, and here we just need to put some buttons over here. So let me write a button, and in this button we have to write a mat menu item, this one, and on click we are going to call change password method, and in the icon we have to display mat icon, and here we have to write password, and let me put a space over here, and then we have to write change password, and then we have to write for other button. So let me write here button and mat menu item, this one, and on click we are going to call logout method, and here we are going to write mat icon, and the icon name will be exit underscore to app, and here we have to write sign out. We have to just display this message. Let me save this, let me delete this one also. Okay, let me move back over here. Let me click on this. You can see we are able to see the change password. Let me click on it. You can see change password works. It means that we are able to open that one. And if I go with the sign out, okay, it's I think there is some issues there with the change password, because it's going outside of this one, and it's also giving us some kind of error. So let me check it out. Okay, so like here we have to move to the confirmation component.html. Here we did the mistakes, so sorry. Like here mat date picker action, so this one is wrong actually. So here we need to change to mat dialog, and here this option we need to select. We just need to copy this one, and then we have to just paste it over here, and after that we have to just save it. So it will fix our error. So let me open the sign out. Here you can see we are able to see that, are you sure you want to log out? And when we click on yes, so it will log out us and it will navigate us to login page. Let's try it out. You can see it's working fine as expected. So it means that a logout is working fine as expected. So now we are going to work on change password. Okay, so let me log in this one again. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, let me log in and let me minimize this one, and then we have to move to the change password, this one, and then we have to move to the change password component.ts, this file, and here we have to create a form first. So change password form, and it should be any type, and it should be form group, this one, and after that response message any, and in the constructor we need to import few things. So private form builder, this one, and then we have to write private user services, we have to import. So user service, this one, and after that public and dialog reference, we have to use this one, reference, and mat dialog reference, this one, and we just need to, you can see in above it automatically import things from the respective place, so you can import it like that. So change password you need to do like this, and then we have to write a private and ngx service, and here we have to write ngx ui loader service we need to import. So this one, let me also decrease the size of this one, and then we have to write private snack bar service and snack bar service, this one. So these are the services we are going to use in this, and after that we have to create the forms. So this dot change password form, let me move a little bit up, this one, and this dot form builder dot group, sorry, dot group, this one, and here we have to write old password, and it should be first null, and we're also going to do the validators dot required, this field is required, and new password, and let me copy the above same line over here, and after that confirm password, we are going to paste it. Okay, so you can see form has been created. After that we have to create a validate submit method over here. So submit, so what it will do is it will just going to return us true or false. Let's say new password and confirm password match, then it will return like false, and if does not match it will return us true. So on the basis of that we are going to enable or disable our buttons. So if this dot change password form dot controls, and in this here we have to write new password dot value. So let me decrease the size of this one, and not equal to this dot change password dot controls, this one, dot confirm password, so dot value. In that case we are going to return true. So in this case we are going to disable that button, so that's the reason we are going to return the true, and in else condition we does not want to disable that button, so I'm going to return false. So this is the basis of okay, it's giving okay, we do not need to write a dot over here. And after validate submit button, we have to create a button, so like sorry method like handle change password submit. So in this we need to call the API. So this dot ngx services we need to start, and where form data is equals to this dot change form dot value, and where data we need to write like this equals, and here we have to write old password, and form data dot old password new password form data dot new password and confirm password we need to pass, and form data dot confirm password we need to pass. Okay, so after that we need to pass it at API level. So this dot user services we need to call, and we have created a change password, and in this we are going to pass that data web data. Okay, it should be in small, and dot after that we are going to subscribe that, and whatever the response we are going to get. Okay, so after that here we have to write dot ngx service dot stop and after that whatever the response message we are going to get, we are going to put it over here, question mark dot message, and this dot dialog reference we need to close it, and let me write like this, and this dot snake bar service dot open snake bar, this one, and this dot like response message comma double quotes success we can write. And after this actually we need to write here if any error occur, in that case like we also need to write here like console.log, we are going to print whatever the error we are going to get, and this dot ngx service dot stop, this one, and if error dot error question mark dot message, so this dot response message is equals to error dot error sorry question mark dot message, and in else condition we are going to, let me move a little bit up this one, this dot response message is equals to global constant dot generic error, this one, and at last we want to display the snack bar service dot opens snack bar, this dot response message we are going to display that message, so global constant dot error, and then we just need to save this. So ts part is also completed for change password. After that we need to move to the html page, so let me move over here, let me delete it, and here we have to write mat toolbar, this one, and the color will be primary, and after that mat toolbar raw, this one, and fx layout out raw, this one, and span class we have to also need to class title center. Okay, and here we have to write change password. Okay, what we are going to do is we are going to copy it from login page, login page. Okay, from sign up page we are going to do that. So we just need to copy these things, and we have to move to the change password, and we are going to just paste it over here, the same CSS. And so you can see the title center is already there. Okay, so let me show you what it look like right now. So you can see it look like this. So let me move back over here. So now we have to write here mat dialog and content we need to write like this, and inside this we have to create the form. So form, and form group will be change password, which have created over here. So change password form. So let me paste it over here, and inside this we have to create a div. So div flex fx layout out. Okay, so layout layout, and it should be column. And here we have to create mat form field. So mat form field, and here we have to write appearance fill and fx flex, and after that mat label, actually we need this one. So old password we want to display, so old password. And after that input mat input, this one, and form controller name will be old password, and type, it should be a password type, and it should required. And after that mat error we need to display. So in this we need to put some if else conditions. So ng if, and change password. Okay, this form name we need to write here, change password dot controls dot old password dot touched and we have to pass change this one form controls dot old password dot invalid. So then we have to, okay, it's giving us some kind of error. So let me decrease the size of this one. Okay, so here we just need to write mat error. So let me also change it over here also, and inside this we have to write here span, and here we just need to display the errors ng if, and let me copy this one, paste it over here, dot controls dot old password dot error dot required. If this condition is satisfied, then we are going to display this message. So this field is required, something like that message. Okay, and then we need to save it. So if we'll look to the UI, it will look like this. Okay, so let me move back over here, and here what we are going to do is we are going to just copy this part of the code two more times over here, 1 and 2. After that we are going to copy the name from here, so it will be new password. So move back over here, it should be new password. So here we have to just paste it, put and make it as capital, new password. Old password is there, so just paste it over here, old, remove, replace with that. And in this we also need to change for new password. And after doing this now we have to go for the confirm password, and here we have to change this to confirm password and in the label, and then we have to change to form control name over here also, and we also need to change it over here. So now our form will look like this. Let me show you. So it having three fields, different fields, right? And in one more error actually here we need to display, that is basically to whenever the new password and confirm password does not match, in that case basically we need to display that. So below this one actually in the mat error, in not outside of mat error, here we are going to write a mat hint. This one we are going to use, and in this we are going to write a ng if condition, and the condition will be validate this method we are going to call, validate submit this method. So let me write a validate this method we are going to call it. And in and end we also need to check like the both field has been touched, or like something is written out over there or not. Okay, so invalid, those things we are going to check. Okay, so for that, change password form dot controls dot confirm password dot invalid. In this conditions we are going to check. Okay, so if the confirm password is invalid, so we are going to both the condition is set, any one condition is satisfied, in that case we are going to like show this message. Okay, so if there's a no error related to this one, then we are going to display this message, and if this one is true, then only we are going to display this message. Okay, so span new password and confirm password does not match. So this is okay, let me explain you once again. So validate will return true false, like if both match then it will return true actually, sorry, not match, it will return true because we need to display this part. And if it is matched, so it will return false. And in this condition we are going to check that basically the like confirm password having some value or not. If it does not have any value, so it will display this error. If it is having some value, it's going to, and when it does not match, so we are in that case we are going to display this error. So let's move over here. Let me show you like it's working fine, or it's giving us some 1 2 3. I'm going to write here 1, you can see, but you can see the this one is just a hint, right? So that's the reason color has been not changed, so we will put css for that later. So after that like you can see form has been created, so we need to put some buttons over here. So outside of this, so mat dialog look and actions we need to write and align, and it should be center, and here we have to write button mat raised button, this one, and the color will be primary, and type will be submit, and the click, and we have to call this method over here. So whenever click on it, and after that we also need to disable the buttons, right? So disable this one, and first we are going to call this method validate submit method, and here we are going to put or conditions actually. So or conditions, so here actually we are checking that basically touched or not, those things over here. So change form dot valid and change form dot dirty. So in this two conditions we are going to, okay, let me close this bracket and let me save this. Okay, we also need to write some text, so here I'm going to write update, and let me format this so it will automatically, okay, you can see in this thing like it's in the screen you're able to see the complete line. And after that we also need one more button to close that. So mat raised button, this one, and color will be, okay, we don't primary, let's say, and it should be matte dialog, close this one. Let me delete this part, and here we are going to write close. Let me save this and let me open this one, and let me open the change password. Here you can see. So now let me write here the original password for MySQL. This, okay, here you can see. Let me show you. This one is, I log in as the admin, so password is this. So let me write, sorry. So here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and 1 2 3 1 2. You can see this one error is visible, right? So let me change the color first here over here. So we have to just move to the CSS over here, matte, hint, hint, and the color we are going to set is to red. After that, just save it, move back over here. So let me change the password and let me write a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 1 2. Okay, it does not change the color. Okay, not a problem, we will do that later. So for now, just focus on this, like new password, confirm password is visible. When we write 3, you can see it has been changed. Okay, removed from here. So let me enter the wrong password and let me try to incorrect old password. Here you can see if I write 8 and when I try to update, password updated successfully, it means that it's working fine. So let me move back over here, let me check it out why color is not visible. Okay, here we write a column, my bad. So let me change to the color and let me, okay, let's refresh. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1. You can see new password, its color has been also changed. So this is all about change password part of cafe management system project. I hope you guys like this video, so please hit like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.